Hello, my beautiful creative souls, and welcome back for today's video. Thank you so much to everyone who voted in my recent poll on what you wanted to see. The video that won was a update and journal with me. So that's what we're doing here. But we're also going to include a little bit of how I journal now, since that was our runner-up. Here you're just seeing me lay out my supplies and reveal the secret hidden beneath my quote-unquote desk, which is that currently my desk is a box with a cloth on it. So just so you know, there is an illusion happening. Right now, I am taking apart a journal or a planner, whichever you want to call it, to add to my disc-bound planner. And right now, this is the method that I am journaling and planning with, is in this Franken style planner that I have made in a disc-bound system, where I have taken apart the three main kind of journals/planners that I have acquired so far for 2025 and made my own thing with extra papers and all that jazz. You'll get a little flick through of that in a second. In conjunction with that, my current journal that I'm writing in is in a traveler's notebook, which you'll see that in a moment as well. But my goodness, it's been a minute. Little life update for those who enjoy following along and are curious. 9 months ago, I moved to Texas to help my mother-in-law start a cafe. And I did that, and we got up and running. I set her up for success. Somebody took over my position, and now I am back in Maine, living with my other in-laws. We're going to be here for about a month and a half, and then we will be moving in with one of my husband's friends who just purchased a house and needs some help fixing it up and getting like a little in-law apartment built in that. So we're going to be renting from him and helping him with that project until we're ready for our next adventure, basically. So things are a little different looking right now. I don't have a desk in my current space. My supplies are just in a couple of bags and in this box that I am recording on top of. So here's my disc-bound planner. I'm using a mixture of the Magic of I astrological planner, a daily planner, which I can't remember the name of. I'll try to leave that linked below. It's another astrology planner, but it's like a day per page, as well as the cyclical. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to butcher the name. I'm just going to leave the links of the things that that I am using below if I can find them. But basically, I just took a tracker out of that to add to the front there. And we are going to get to a little bit of a journal with me that really encapsulates kind of the way I've been journaling lately. I don't quite junk journal like I used to. I have a planner of the moment, whatever that happens to be. As you can see, I'm still taking things apart, rearranging them, making my own, all that fun stuff. But a lot of my planning is just tasks, and then I'll write down kind of the highlights of things I want to remember. And as when, if I take photos of that, they just kind of get put in there, as well as some found ephemera when I have it. Other than that, my journaling is really focused on just personal heart journaling, from the heart spills, whatever you want to call them, stream of consciousness. That usually happens in my personal journal, which is, like I said, currently the Traveler's Notebook on the right there. And other than that, I do some creative journaling, usually in line with my spiritual practice, my tarot practice, because that's kind of my area of personal development that I'm focusing on at the moment. For those that don't know, I used to be very active on this channel and did a lot of journaling content. I had a Patreon, I did journaling classes. And then in 2022, I think, I started a different channel all about my mystical life and tarot, witchy stuff, and all that fun stuff. So that's where a lot of my creativity goes these days, is to things like that. And I'm very happy to report that one of my crafty friends who I chat with, Anna from Anna, who I met doing the Take 5 Art Challenge, which was forever ago, she has come along this ride with me and has now created like her own little tarot experience that incorporates art and journaling, which has been really fun. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm on lesson 4 of her experience. It's pre-recorded, so I get to go at my own pace, which has been very nice. I think I took like a month between lesson 3 and lesson 4. But I'm just going through it, and I'm going to work on lesson 4 with you. But first, we're just kind of flipping through. I don't have a ton of stuff set up for August, and I'm still having this problem where, or not problem, pattern. I'm still having this pattern where when life gets busy and I'm emotionally avoiding something, I avoid my planners and journals like the plague, which is hilarious because that's when I need it the most, right? Like when I need to be writing things down, when I need to be like getting my feelings out, this is the time that I need to be in my notebooks, like doing the things. And that is often the time that I avoid them the hardest. And I end up with lots and lots of blank space. And you just keep rolling with it. Like you come back to it whenever it feels right again, whenever I've dropped the resistance. And having this kind of Franken-style planner with so many different layout options within it has really helped with that, because it's like, if I just want to jot down a quick thing of what happened in the weekly, I can do that. If I want to make a list, I can do that. If I need to lay out my like monthly spread to figure out where my appointments are, I can do that. There's the daily pages. I can like do out a whole day. I can journal. I can put some photos in. I'll have to give you a proper flip through of my planner for the previous part of the year at some point, so that you can see kind of what I'm talking about, because I have 2 different disc bound planners going. I'm just showing you the collage outside of my my journal insert that I'm working with there, and I'm keeping some random tidbits in that envelope. And then I have a weekly planner insert stuck into this traveler's notebook in case I want to do that. And there's the sticker book that we worked on together last time. And I had collaged the front of that. So that's what that is. I think this is a 2024 calendar that I put together in my traveler's notebook and ended up not using, I think, more than a month in, or a few months. So I pulled out the months that I used and archived them with my 2024 stuff. And now I'm just reusing the notebook by sticking stickers over like the big month dates, which you're about to see me do with these adorable dinosaur stickers that I totally swiped from my niece. She didn't mind, but I just cover up kind of that big date there, and then I just write between the numbers, and I'm just trying to use what I have, because your girl is in a like negative deficit and has been since I took on that pro bono cafe project. So that's neither here nor there. But I have been using the disc system. Like I said, I have one disc planner that's like my archived pages, and this second one is like the one that I'm currently working in. I kind of like it because, for example, this lesson that I'm about to do that I was telling you about, I started this months ago. And every month I can just kind of keep going with and have the pages in order, if that makes any sense, and keep it in my planner while also archiving the things I no longer need. Did that make sense? Makes sense in my brain. Anyway, on the left there, I'm just following along with the video lesson, and I'll move it out of the way, but I'll leave that linked below if you'd like to check it out. It's really fun. It's like hang out with Anna while she like crafts things, and then she gives you all of the like printable accoutrement, and you just get to like do your own personal development creative work along with her. So lesson 4 is about the wishing well, so you're going to watch me make like a little pocket to put my wishes in, and I'm taking notes and writing down things that she was saying, and taking my own notes on the cards. It's just really, really fun, or it's been really, really fun. So I'll leave that link below if you want to check it out. What was I saying? Welcome to all over the place land. I'm trying to like fill you in on all the things. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. If there's something in this video you want me to dive deeper into, including anything that I mentioned that I would make a video on, let me know, because I always want to hear what your interests are. And I'd like to not make it so long between my videos. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for work next. I have some kind of applications out for different work from home administrative jobs and things, but I don't know. We're going to see where the wind takes us. So how much time I'll have for creating journaling videos is unknown at this point, but I would like to be at least once a month on here. That would be a nice little goal to set for myself. No promises. So anyway, I'm working on this. How I'm journaling lately, as I said, is just kind of like as and when. I typically spend like one day a month just like dumping all the photos where they go into my planner along with the little notes that I've made to myself about things. But I'm going to be honest, some months I forget to take photos, which is crazy to think with how many like photos I feel like I was taking before. But some months I have lots, some months I have literally none. And I just have been using these Mr. Sketch markers that I got not this past Prime Day, but the Prime Day before. Ordered like a big pack of them for like $5 or something on Amazon, and this is literally the supply that I've been using the most. I use it to make these big, bold headers, and then I usually outline them with my black pen, and it's just really simple and easy. Sometimes I'll throw some stickers down, but that's kind of been my journaling. It sounds boring, but it's been kind of freeing not to have, all of the supplies. I definitely miss a lot of my supplies that I ended up getting rid of, like my colored pencils. I miss my colored pencils. I also got rid of my jelly plate, which makes me kind of sad, but I do still have my paints. I have my paint acrylic markers, which I absolutely still love. A lot of them are packed away at the moment, but yeah, a lot of my journaling is just writing. So I write big, bold headers of things. I'll draw little arrows or do my usual doodles, but usually it's some type of expression that I'm either taking notes on something that I'm learning, trying to figure something out, or I am processing some sort of emotion, or using my collage to create some sort of mood board on the journals of my covers. Or, I mean, really, my journaling hasn't changed. It's not as full on as it used to be. It's more little pockets here and there. I'm not focused on creating like a junk journal to encapsulate all the fun things we did. It's just like allowing life to unfold in the way that it does, and to not have to capture every single little thing. Although I did go through a phase where I feel like I didn't journal much. And then I was looking back on old journals and realized how much I enjoyed just seeing the photos and things. So I'm trying to get back into doing more of that. But I'm just taking this really low pressure approach and letting my planners and journals be a tool that supports me rather than a task that I have to keep up with. Like, I am not a slave to the book. The book is a co-collaborative thing with me, and if I don't touch it for 3 weeks, it doesn't matter. So there's that deep philosophical meandering, I suppose, for you. As you can see, I'm still just decorating my page. I'm adding the stickers. I'm doing more of that lettering that I talked about. It's so simple. I just write with a chunky marker and then trace around it with my black pen, and you get like instant bubble letters. Uh, I don't know. It's my easy cheat code for lettering because I don't have the time for that nor the patience. But you also saw me do that little pocket I was talking about. I just used the wishing well image that Anna provided in the lesson material, as well as the tarot printouts she provided. And then I used the extra images that I didn't use as the little pieces of paper to put in the pocket that I'm going to write my wishes on. Um, and she was talking about how there's like wishing, hoping, dreaming in the song. So I wrote that down, and I think that's how I'm going to do my little wishes in the talk spot there. And then I'm just going to make some notes on my thoughts on the cards and how it pertains to this particular topic and my life at the moment. But yeah, I know this is like a super rambly, all over the place, chatty update where I showed you some things but didn't like show you everything. And I hope that you still found it interesting. Like I said, if you want to see other things up close or for me to talk more in depth about a certain topic, I'm happy to do so. Just let me know because otherwise I have no idea. And be patient with me because I might forget, even if you tell me. So thank you for that. But those of you that have been here a while, thank you for still being here. I miss you all. It made me so happy to see your comments popping up on the post, and just seeing your names flash on the screen and getting to, it feels like visiting old friends. So I hope that this cozy video feels like that for you too. And yeah, this is me looking up how to spell a word because autocorrect has ruined my spelling brain. Anybody else have that issue? So literally 3 separate times in this video, you watch me look up how many C's or S's are in certain words. That's basically what was tripping me up this day, which is really funny. E's or I's is also something that trips me up. But anywho, usually if it's just writing in my personal thing, I won't bother to correct it because I don't really give a, But I think I was just hyper aware because I knew you were watching me. So this is it. I'm like, what do I talk about now? Oh, this really is it, actually. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you for dealing with my rambles. If you're interested in anything I talked about, I'll leave it linked below. I'm looking forward to touching base with you again, hopefully much sooner than last time. Wishing you all the best. I hope you're having the best time ever. Please drop me a little comment, even if it's just a heart. I'd love to see your name pop up. With all that being said, bye.